Hey everyone, hope you're doing well today. This is Nick, got another video for you. There's this thing in the medical literature called early onset dementia and Alzheimer's. And of course, Western doctors are totally unable to stop it, and they don't even know why it's happening. So we're going to go into all this for everyone today. Word of the day is demyelination. I got this video here of early onset dementia. This gentleman posted this video of his wife's progression into Alzheimer's as a means to raise awareness, and so I figured I would help him out in putting all this information together for everyone. Alright, so let's take a look at this video. It's just a little clip.
What's amazing about this disease and the short-term memory loss is Chris can walk away from me and in just a few seconds be surprised that I'm there.
And you are my love.
Hi.
Love it.
What are you doing? Yeah. Are you having a good day, sweetie?
Yes, now.
Good.
Or the oh my gosh, Arturo.
Hi. Are you?
I love you too. Hi, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you.
Are you pretty today? Do I get a smooch? Oh, there you go. You're liking standing up, don't you? Here you go. Are you ready?
No.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo.
Good.
Hey, look, you did good.
Good.
You did good. Are you doing good? Yeah. Are you doing good?
Yes. Poo, poo, poo.
Poo, poo, poo.
Poo, poo, poo.
Do I get a hug?
Yes.
Can I have a hug? You gonna give me a nice hug? Huh? Huh? Oh, that's pretty.
That's pretty.
Good girl.
That's good.
Okay, so it's pretty hard to watch. That's why we want to take this stuff seriously and make sure it doesn't happen to us, our people, and our children. Let's take a look at some other stuff at the alzheimersociety.org. What causes young onset dementia? There are even children suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia at this time, not being helped by the Western medical mindset, because the mindset of the Western doctors exists in a state of constant and perpetual low information and a low level of conscious awareness because of how they've been brought up in the schools and by their families. So let's take a look at this stuff here. What are the causes of young onset dementia? Okay, this is what these guys are talking about, are the causes here. So yeah, Alzheimer's here develops when proteins build up in the brain to form structures called plaques and tangles. Okay, these proteins are building up in the brain as a result of the Western diet. We're talking about processed sugars, processed hydrogenated oils, low-fat diet, this type of thing. And most especially the low-fat mindset given to us by big pharma, big ag, and big media. So I typed in here Oprah wheelbarrow of fat. This is pretty much what started everything. The attack against fat, which has led to the situation of early onset Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. We're talking about demyelination. In the myelin sheath of our brains and our neurons, it's coated in fat. Our brains are made of 60% fat. It's all fat. So these low-fat diets, these vegan mindsets, these vegetarian mindsets, utilizing pasteurized milk and pasteurized dairy and ghee and butter, all of this stuff contributes to demyelination, which contributes to Alzheimer's, which contributes to early onset Parkinson's and Alzheimer's in our children. There's a concerted effort in the media utilizing celebrities to promote this vegan mindset and this anti-fat mindset. And that's exactly why we're seeing so much of this dementia. It's a big part of the reason, because fat is a chelator. Fat removes heavy metals as well as toxins from the brain because of the charge differential on the surface of fat molecules. And a lot of people are getting this type of disease as well. I'm going to do a more in-depth video on this, but it's because of these aluminum products and these strange non-stick coatings with these cooking pans, like these new pans that you can get at Walmart and Target and stuff like that. All of this stuff, like if you look at some of the restaurants, they'll be using these non-stick, really lightweight pans, and they're using them on super high heat. If you look at you look at how they're cooking in the kitchen, and these pans are not meant to be used with such high heat because of that non-stick coating. It does not withstand high heat. And if you look closely at their pans, you'll see that not only is the surface coating being worn away, but the black coating, the black pigment coating under the non-stick coating, between the non-stick coating and the aluminum pan, is also wearing away, and it's exposing the aluminum from the pan. So all of that stuff is going into, all of these coatings are going into your food and into your brain and into your body, and it causes a lot of other stuff than just this Parkinson's and dementia. So you, just as a rule of thumb, you want to use only cast iron or extremely high quality carbon steel pans, or very high quality stainless steel pans, and there are even some pure fine silver pans on the market at this time. So yeah, let's look at this demyelination more closely. So what can we do about all this? Medium chain triglycerides, MCTs, the corporations have already locked in on this MCT thing, and now you can get shelf stabilized liquid MCT oil, and they mixing it with CBD and cannabis and all this stuff. It's highly processed. You don't want that. You want the least amount of processing possible. So sources of medium chain triglycerides are going to be vitamin B12 sources, like fatty meats, fatty organic, beyond organic pasture raised pork, beyond organic raw butter and cream. Butter especially is a medium chain triglyceride. It's perfect for your brain. Another one is raw coconut oil is also a medium chain triglyceride. The list of medium chain triglycerides are very short and almost non-existent in the plant kingdom. In the Americas, we only have things like walnuts, and the medium chain triglycerides that are contained in walnuts, for instance, are very low levels compared to the meat sources. And if at all possible, you want to be trying to eat mostly wild meat, because they're going to have the highest levels of medium chain triglycerides. So there are some studies out there that have administered coconut oil to Alzheimer's and dementia patients, as well as cannabis oils. And cannabis oils, again, are one of the reasons why cannabis is so special as a medicinal plant is that it has high levels of fat, and that's very, very unusual. And so in the medical literature, they're calling cannabis neuroprotective, and that's because all of that fat that we're supposed to be eating goes directly to our brain. It's 60% fat, our brain. Our brain needs huge amounts of fat on a daily basis. If we're getting nothing but carbs, our brain is slowly deteriorating. You might have trouble with focusing your eyes, reading, attention problems, memory problems. You might have trouble finding the correct word or the correct name for things or people. You might have trouble coordination, like picking up small things with chopsticks, or trouble speaking, all kinds of different things that are happening to our people. And we got to put a stop to it. And the way that we do that is by altering our diet. If we're eating a fat-based diet of animal-based, wild and beyond organic, raw dairy type products, you're going to need our natural diet, in my opinion, is about 70% to 90% of these animal products. Our small intestine is 7 times longer than the great apes, who we share 99% of our DNA with. And it's a really big change in our physiology and our anatomy because of our giant brain. We need extreme levels of fat, not only to chelate heavy metals out of the brain, but also to coat these myelin sheaths in fat. All of our cells, for instance, use lipid cellular membranes. As opposed to plant cells, they use non-fat based cell membranes in the plant kingdom, but animals use lipid based cell membranes. So every cell in our body is being held up and held together with fat. So not only that, but our brain is made of fat and functions purely off of fat. These medium chain triglycerides, very low processed forms of these foods. So if you need any help out there, let me know. You can schedule an appointment. I know this is a real tough topic for the Western mindset. They're like totally in the dark with all this stuff. But it has to do with, like I said earlier, how they've mobilized the celebrities into this vegan mindset. I mean, this has been occurring for like 30 years. But the causes are very, very straightforward. You know, all of these industrial pollutions, and primarily aluminum, and how it interacts with our brain and neurology when we're eating food cooked on aluminum pans or drinking water from aluminum water bottles. So keep this in mind, guys. Shoot me any comments or questions if you guys have any. All right, thank you again. See ya.